Hi, I'm Kamal. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to answer a question which I get asked very often, and that is what camera gear do I use for my landscape and travel photography? Coming right after this intro. So first let's have a look at the bag itself. So this is my current camera bag. It's a 26-liter bag, so it's medium sized. This one is BACKLIGHT 26-liter by Mindshift. I love this bag, and I'll tell you why. So let's have a look at the main compartment, which is where the camera and lenses go. So this is the rear access to the camera gear. So when you place it down on the mud or dirt or on the sand in the beach or something like that, the camera gear is safe because usually you keep it this way. So as you can see, it's fully customizable in terms of the way you want the pockets to be aligned. So you can customize it for each shoot, depending on what gear you're going to be carrying. So the way I've set it up is to carry right now, to carry one camera body with a small lens on it, and you have 3 or 4 other lenses and some accessories. And then it has got 2 inner pockets as well, where I keep my memory cards and I keep my batteries and other small accessories which are not very big. So I also carry a charger. This is a charger from my Canon 5D Mark IV. I carry the charger and plenty of batteries. I should those in a minute. And the bag is very rugged. The zippers are all. This is what I'm looking for in a camera bag. Something that's highly water resistant with a rainproof cover. It's pretty good to go in all kinds of weather situations. I need the zippers to be very well built, smooth, and solid, and a lot of pockets and for all my accessories to fit in. And I need the carrying comfort because I'm usually out shooting for the whole day and for many days at a time. So the total carrying comfort is very important. So here let's have a look at the main front pocket. As you can see, it has got a dedicated laptop holder. It can hold a laptop as big as a 13-inch laptop, like my 13 Puff, so it goes perfectly well with my 13-inch MacBook Pro. It also has a dedicated tablet pouch, so I put my iPad Pro in there. It's got several pockets for several other accessories, and very large 9-liter capacity in the front itself, so you can use like a day pack where you can have a set of clothes, some refreshments for the day, things like that. And I also carry another pouch inside organizer for carrying accessories which don't fit in any of these pouches. So overall, very well built, very nice padded straps, which are really nice for a full day of shooting with all the weight in the bag. So it really does not tire me out so much. It doesn't cause any pain in my shoulders when I'm carrying this bag. Apart from the shoulder straps, it also has this waist strap, just like any professional mountaineering bag or photography bag should have, which basically distributes the weight off the shoulders and onto the waist. And also this has got a unique mechanism wherein I can actually rotate the bag without taking it off my bag, so I can access the back zipper which carries all the photography equipment. And on this you can see that I've added the Peak Design Capture Pro. Basically this is an accessory which allows me to basically add on either a GoPro or my camera itself to this mount while I'm walking, so that I can have my hands free to do other things and take the weight off my hand. So this is must-have accessory according to me. I don't know how I lived with it all these years, but finally in 2008 I got this when Peak Design released this, and I can't watch for this enough. Everybody should have something like this. So this is my Canon camera bag, the Mindshift BACKLIGHT 26 liters. I highly recommend this brand and this model. It also comes in 2 other sizes. I think the 18 liters, which is slightly smaller bags. If you don't carry so many lenses, you go for 18 liter. And if you need a bigger bag, I think it also comes in a 32-liter variant. So check those out. Something I've really come to love, the GoPro. I think this is the Hero 5 Black. I don't remember, but this is the one completely waterproof and the built-in LCD screen. So this I clip onto the Peak Design Capture Pro with this accessory, and help me to make all those FPV kind of shots when I'm doing my shoots, which you will see in upcoming videos. It's a very nice tool for making hands-free video making when you're out, maybe traveling or holiday, or even while on a professional photo shoot. I recommend this. I think the current model is the Hero 8, and this is one of my must-have accessories for backing up in the field or during my trips. This is a portable external hard drive, which I back up to all my images and video clips from my shoot, so that I have two sets of copies always, one in the memory card which is inside the camera, and also the backup, which is the LACIE. If you want to know what model, it's the LACIE rugged series. So it's supposed to be shockproof and very, very big. I've had several of these. I own 2 or 3 of these, and they never let me down over several years of using these. I think LACIE's also come out with an SSD version of this right now. I haven't tried that out, but you can check that out as well. But this is very, very important. This is my Gitso tripod. This is one of the smallest I own. This is the 2227 G227. This is one of the smaller tripods they make, but they're all solidly built, very rigid, and extendable legs. So I use this when I really want to travel light, and I expect to be on my foot a lot. I carry this. This is the smallest but extendable tripod that I carry. I never go on a serious shoot without a tripod. It's very important access to have for a landscape, especially for landscape. You can do travel kind of imagery without tripods, and I do quite a bit of those. For serious landscape work and fine art camera photography, always use tripods. This is my camera strap. I hate those standard straps that come in the box with the cameras. I prefer something like this, which is made by third parties. This is the Black Rapid strap, and it's a set of 2 that I own. So this has this unique feature where it goes to the bottom of the camera. It fixes on the bottom of the camera where the tripod screw, and pretty much hands-free when with the camera resting against my hip. So very important accessory again. You will find all the accessories that I own are being carefully selected over several years of doing research and finding out what works for me. So if almost all the accessories I have, I can't live without almost, unless something better comes in. Another serious bit of kit for must-have kit for landscape photographers. This is a filter kit. This is a Hoya bag, but I actually use CPL filters by BMW, and I use this case. But I use BMW filters, good too. I've used several of them, but I also love the BMW filters because they're high quality glass, very high quality glass, and they don't detract from the image quality, especially when I'm shooting with my high resolution cameras, high quality lenses. You can see, so I carry a bunch of neutral density filters, variable density, and polarizers. I don't use them as much as I used to in the beginning days, because I use different techniques now in my camera where I basically bracket and try to merge them in using Photoshop or Lightroom back there in the studio. But in certain situations, it's good to have these filters, and allow my CPL to bring out saturated colors. So to really bring out the color saturation during fall. So this is an example of a CPL with the F Pro. So you can see this rotates, and as it rotates, it increases or decreases in polarization. That way I can control reflections and saturation in the images. I'll do a separate video talking more about filters and how I use them. But this is more about introduction about what's in my camera bag. Batteries. Can't live without them, especially for a full day of shooting. Multiple days of shooting away from power sources. I carry a bunch of them. I usually carry at least 4 batteries, and I have this battery holder. This is by Canva. So the battery goes inside here, and I carry them, at least 4 of them, one in my camera itself, and 2 in this pouch, and an extra battery in the camera bag itself. I'll put links down for all the gear used in the description below, so in case you're interested in any of them, you can do that using the links below. And this is a card holder, memory card holder by Gura here. Several brands make them, but I love this one because I bought this when I bought my earlier the back used earlier was my Gura here Butterfly, but I still have these memory card holders. So you can put, as you can see, you can put CF cards or SD cards or the data sets, QD cards, whatever it is. So this is actually designed for CF cards, but you can put pretty much any of the cards in this. It's a nice way to keep your memory cards. Okay, you can carry several of them. So when shooting with modern high resolution cameras, you can get out of memory very quickly, and especially shooting video, you need lots of memory. So I always carry extra cards with me. And, so I shoot with the Canon 5D Mark IV. I use both the memory slots in the camera, so I use a CF card in one and the SD card in the other. And I usually back up images, low resolution JPEGs to this SD card, and I have my high-res raw files on the CF card. So that way I have redundancy in case one card gets cut up. Also for convenience sake because having low resolution JPEGs really saves me a lot of time if I want to share the images quickly. Okay, let's talk about the lenses now. I have a few of lenses that I want out here, so let me go through these one by one. I also have a 20mm Sigma art lens f1.4, which is mounted on the camera right now, which I'm shooting with right now on my 5D Mark IV. So I won't be able to show that to you while I'm shooting, but I'll probably put a picture up here for you to see. So that's the Canon 5D Mark IV, which I've had for about 4 years now, with the Sigma f1.4 art lens, 20mm art lens mounted on it. I love this combination for shooting landscapes, and also it's become quite a valuable tool to shoot videos with. Here for you to see. So let's start with the other wide-angle lens which I own, which is the Sigma 35mm art 1.4. Well-built lens. You can have a closer look at it. See, you can have a closer look at it. It's really well built. Excellent reviews. It gives me very good image quality at a very reasonable price. So that's why I like this lens. It's not the best focusing lens. It has some. Sometimes it does tend to back focus, but I need to probably calibrate that again using the Sigma dock, which I will do again before my next shoot. But the image quality itself, the bokeh, fantastic. Just like all the other art line of lenses. So that's my 35mm. I use this for street photography. It's very versatile lens. I can use it for street photography. I can use it for crowd photography. I can use it for landscape work, and also for portraiture. So pretty awesome focal length, 35mm, very versatile. It's a wide normal, as you call it, but gives very pleasing look overall. I'm going to do detailed reviews about all these lenses in upcoming videos, but this is just a quick look at what gear I have. This is the Canon 24mm tilt shift lens. It's a specialty lens. As you can see, it doesn't look like other lenses. It has got a lot of knobs and dials on this. This is typically used for either landscape kind of work or for architectural photography because it helps to, it has got some built-in tools to help remove distortion and helps control perspective in the images. So I use this for when I'm doing cityscapes primarily, and sometimes for landscapes where I need huge depth of field, which this can give me that. This is again very specialized list. I won't recommend this for everybody, and there's a big learning curve as well. But it's really for the more seasoned photographers, and especially if you need a wide angle lens with perspective correction. And now let me talk about my one of my favorite lenses. Actually, probably my all-time favorite lens is the ZEISS OTUS f1.4 55mm lens. ZEISS makes the OTUS line. Has I think 4 different focal lengths in the OTUS line, which is the 28mm, 55mm, 85, and the 100. But I chose 55 because of its overall usability of the focal length. If I take a step back, I can use like a 35mm. If I step forward, I can use it like a portrait lens. It's a manual focus only, but it's built like a tank, all metal construction. And ZEISS, when they made this, they went all the way, no compromises. Probably one of the best lenses ever made, both construction-wise as well as optically. Almost zero chromatic aberration and very, very sharp lens. So I love shooting with this because it gives very cinematic images. And overall, the 55mm lens, focal length really lends itself to shooting a multiple range of subjects. I love this lens. I never go anywhere without it. This is my 100mm macro lens, one of the older lenses that I own, the Canon 100mm macro lens. I use this is primarily used as a macro lens for shooting small subjects like small flowers or insects and things like that. But I primarily being a travel landscape, where I use this for getting close-ups of flowers, say when I'm in a park or in Keukenhof in Amsterdam, get close-ups and macro images using this lens. It's also being f2.8 lens. It's also a good and 100mm focal length. It's also a good portrait lens. I haven't used this much for portraiture because I have other lenses for them for that purpose. But this can be used for portraiture in a pinch. So apart from these lenses, I also own Canon 180mm macro lens, which again does the same thing but with a higher reach. And I also have a dedicated portraiture lens, which is the Sigma 85mm f1.4 art lens. I don't have that with me right now, but I can probably pop a picture of that as well up here. One of the newer additions to my lineup. This is my backup camera and my primary travel photography camera right now. This is the Leica QP. And now let's talk about one of the newer additions to my lineup. This is my backup camera and my primary travel photography camera right now. This is the Leica QP. It's about 4-5 years old now, but when it was about 4-5 years, it was launched 4-5 years back. But I finally picked it up and the price dropped last year. It's 24 megapixel full frame fixed focal length camera. So it's built-in lens, 35mm lens with an f1.7. Sorry, it has a built-in 28mm lens with a f1. It's basically a semi-prong lens with an f1.7 aperture. Maximum aperture of f1.7, but you can check out the reviews for this camera online. It's a very, very popular camera with street photographers and people. This is one of probably the best cameras that Leica makes with fixed focal length. I love this tiny camera because it allows me to shoot, travel really light. I love this tiny camera because it allows me to shoot, travel really light. I'm just doing some, doing some food photography or doing a review of a restaurant, and this is what I would take with me because I can shoot pictures of the restaurant, the interiors, the exteriors, and of the food itself using just this one camera and lens, built-in lens. So I don't need anything else when I'm doing that kind of photography. For users, Okay, here now let's talk. Okay, here are a couple of accessories that I absolutely need when I'm on my photo shoots again. This is to ensure my lenses are clean, lens and camera are clean. I use these lens cleaning tissues by ZEISS. They're basically like wet wipes for your camera and lenses. They're specially designed cleaning lenses because they don't so they will protect the lens coatings, and they won't erase the lens coatings. They won't end up eating up the lens coatings on your lenses, on your high value lenses. And this is just a simple blower that I use to blow off the dust, and this simple blower that I use to blow off the dust from my camera and lenses and from the mirror of my DSLR cameras. And if you have a mirrorless camera, then you can just blow the dust off the sensor without actually touching the camera itself. Very important, never go anywhere without them, because if there's dust on the camera, on the sensor, on the mirror, or on the lenses, the whole shoot can get spoiled with the images all having dust marks, and then it's going to increase my workload back in the studio where I end up cleaning all those images. So just these two simple accessories can help make life a lot simpler. So get these if you're planning to go out shooting. Again, this is a must-have accessory since I use a MacBook Pro. Unfortunately, from last few years, Apple has decided to reduce the number of ports on their laptops, which I hate. But unfortunately, I'm too invested in the Apple ecosystem where everything, and I'm depending on my Apple MacBook Pro for my workflow. So I carry this small adapter. This one is by a company called CADIS, but there are much better adapters available today. This is about a couple of years old now. This is a USB-C adapter where basically I can adapt USB-A devices and also add on a networking port in case I need to, say, connect to the network at the hotel when I'm traveling using the cable provided in the hotel room. Useful access. I had a look at all the lenses and camera and lenses and accessories I carry in my camera bag. So nothing much has changed in 2019. 2020 was the year that I was hoping to upgrade my camera and maybe a lens or two. But because of the situation that I have a short list of cameras in my mind which I'm choosing between for my next upgrade. You can go in mirrorless now finally, 2020, and shift from my DSLR Canon 5D Mark IV to a mirrorless camera. So I'm looking at the camera options from Canon itself. The R5, which is upcoming R5, looks very promising. The other option is for me I'm looking at the Leica SL, and also looking at the Fujifilm UV format cameras, and probably end up deciding between one of these three. So let's see what the future has in store. I will make a separate video about that as well once I upgrade my camera. So there you have it, folks. You had a peek into my camera bag and the gear and accessories I use for my travel and landscape photography. This is not the entire gear, but I've covered most of it, and probably I'll do another video later on if I've missed out a few things. So thank you for watching, and let me know in the comments below if you like this video, and what are the topics that you would like me to make a video on with respect to my photography. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of future videos.